I'm getting a little warm.
Stuff it,
And
yeah.
this brown in the wood, is that staying in the wood? Is that anything to worry about?
Yes, right here.
The brownish.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Nice.
And you also notice that this bark exfoliates a little bit, which is going to be pretty good because normally I would have to scrape this bark off because it's so thick when you're doing a graft. And right behind you is the one that Richard helped me do last year. Those two over there, I have 4 grafts over there. That we did another big tree last year. Those are American chrysanthemums. Not a very sharp blade. It's just hard wood too. Yeah. There we go.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Now, where's my grafting pen? There it is. Well, John, you've got the sign,
I got the sign,
right?
yep.
So, like I said, I only have a couple signs of this variety. This is the one I want the good variety on. It's this one here. This is Kawabata. Anybody familiar with Kawabata? Hey, Octavio. Good to see you.
Hey.
Who knows Eugene Dubik?
Who?
Eugene Dubik.
I know you do.
Everybody knows Eugene, I thought, because he's the one that sharpens the knives at the sign exchange. At the
I know him. I
grafting
just
Going
don't
by Gene.
had connected name to the face.
So Eugene is a fantastic guy, and he brought me some fruit of this variety one time, and I said, wow, that is really a good one. So I grafted it over here. One of those is Kawabata. This is right here. That was done year before last. There's 3 different varieties there. But anyway, I wanted a bigger tree of that by itself, and so close to this.
I think Phil has a big bush of Kawabata.
Does he?
It's beautiful fruit.
Yeah, they're beautiful. It's
Beautiful leaves.
very similar to Fuyu, non-astringent, but really good. And I thought one of the best Asian persimmons I've ever tasted it was really good. So I'm going to put one whole sign, and then I'm going to cut this one and try to put 2 over here just to help. Oops. So let's see, where do I want to put it?
Is there a downside to leaving too many buds on one stick? Like, is it going to divert the resources?
Not if you got a big root stock. Okay. Now, when you're grafting these little sticks that we get in the spring, I don't want but 2 or 3 buds on those. And people leave 6 buds, no. Just you can't support that many. 2 is fine, and I'm going to take most of it off except for one pretty soon after they start growing. Anyway.
Even with this, you'll cut it back to 1.
But now this, no.
Okay, you keep them all.
No. I was going to get around to this. So you got a fruit stock that can support a lot of growth. So I would like to have 6 or 7 buds. And the reason, particularly say I'm doing the pears and apples, the more proximal buds, the ones closer to the stock, are going to probably spur up quicker, and the others are going to make you new limbs. So you're going to have fruit a lot earlier if you have a big one. Okay.
So the tree I just did, I cut them all to 3 or 4 buds because that's what I always heard. What would be the result of that? Would it only be spurred growth, or would some of those shoot up?
Oh no, the apical buds are going to shoot up.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's just that you would get it faster.
Probably the top 2 or 3 are going to go ahead and make you new limbs.
Okay.
It's just the ones that are more closer to the root stock that are going to possibly spur. They may not.
Oh, okay. I see.
But you know, I have had a lot of varieties that have fruited in the second year if I've done this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're grafting, you'll let it fruit and as soon as you can, or as soon as it's
If
growing,
it's on something
right?
like this, yeah.
I know new trees usually you don't for a couple
No,
years, but
you need
when you're
to-
grafting, if they're flowering and fruiting, you'll let them go.
If it's a big stock and the graft is strong enough, I would let it go.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Now, if you'll notice what Mark was saying, on that graft over there, you'll see I have those sticks tied to the thing. Okay? You can go look at that after we get through. That's the keeping thing. I just took these off yesterday. They were done in 23. I just took those off the day before yesterday, I think it was. I left them alone for a couple of years. Okay, so let's do the first one here. I need a knife. Well, I've got it. Let's use this one. I don't know what that's been done. All right, first thing, if you'll recall from what I said, is I'm going to make, let's do it right here. This looks like a good piece of bark here. And you can look in here and you'll see that here's the bark right here. Okay, that's where the camera is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one cut through the bark, through the bud, through the bark, into the wood. And then I'm going to put my sign up next to it, and I'm going to make another one. I'm going to try to have it the same size all the way down. Okay? Now, if I'm hoping that this is slipping well enough. Not as juicy as usual, but it should be fine. Then I'm going to make one long cut on my sign. Just make it a little bit longer and a little straighter. Like that. One long cut. And then on the other side, I'm going to make a smaller cut. Like that.
Okay.
Okay. Then the long cut goes inside. I stick it in and see the bark slipping enough that goes all the way down. Okay?
The long cuts on the outside?
Long cuts on the inside. Short cuts down here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cut off the top part of the bark. Because
Nice.
all you need covered is this cut part down here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what about this cut part on the back side there?
That's okay. That's
Oh, yeah?
safe. Leave a little bit usually.
Exposed to the
Yeah,
air?
just a little bit. It's not going to be exposed to the air, remember. It's going to all
Oh,
be
okay.
covered. It'll all be covered. Got to be covered or it'll dry out.
Right.
Okay. So, now, if you're doing bigger signs, a lot of people put a nail through the flap and through the sign. I don't usually do that because I don't find it's necessary to do that.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, we got to tie it together, make it tight, and then we got to seal it. So I kind of do this in a two-step thing with the bark graft. And you know me and my freezer tape. I'm going to use this first.
Now your first bud is going inward. Would you knock that off or just leave it?
No,
placed?
I don't know where that one grows. It's pretty benign little bud.
Okay.
But these are going out nice. Yeah, you might want one to go this way. You know what I mean? For this big old stick here. So anyway, I'm going to use the rest of this roll of tape here. That didn't last very long, did it?
So you're gonna wrap that
Oh,
before
you know,
you do the other.
I forgot I'm going to do another graft. I'm sorry. Let's do another one.
Okay.
Let's try to do two more, actually.
David, if the grafts, like let's say we're doing 3 here on a bigger piece of stock, you said it helped callus faster the wound. Even if the other two grafts don't take, do they still help in the callusing process?
No, they gotta take.
Okay.
I mean, it's the healing. You can see that on the graft over there, how it heals over from the side. Yeah, I forgot about this part. I don't normally do more than one graft, so that first one is holding so well we can take this tape off, I think.
If you do end up using a nail to hold the scion on the fluff, do you eventually want to take that nail out, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. You'll stay on.
The time I learned from it, the guy used a copper nail because he said it was more gentle on the wood for some reason. Do you?
Sounds like a good idea. I've never heard that, but it sounds like a good idea.
They still make copper nails.
Copper coated. You could get. I don't know if it's actually a problem.
You know, maybe a stainless steel would be even better.
Cost you.
How about a stainless steel?
Stainless steel. Yeah, I have no idea of what what does or doesn't hurt a tree, but yeah.
I'm gonna scrape some of this bark here. Let's do it over here on this side too. Put it that right here.
Is the purpose of that just to be able to cut it easier?
Say again?
To scrape the bark? Is that just to be able to cut easier into it?
So that when you tie it, particularly for these small signs, you can get that tied up against there.
Okay.
That's the main reason, I think. I think that's probably good enough.
Can you overdo it?
Well, you don't want
You
to.
take
You don't
over.
want to take the cambium,
Right.
but you got a lot of bark here. If you look at this, take a look at the piece I cut off.
It's right here.
You see, you got all this bark here.
Right.
You got this much bark here that you can work with. Here's your cambiums right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody use these knives? Blue French open all John. These are wonderful knives. They're sharp. I don't like it because there's a curved blade, but boy, for most purposes, they're wonderful.
Is this also a bevel on one side only?
Pardon?
The open air one? Is it bevel on one side only? Or is it both?
Yeah, just one side.
Sometimes I see them kind of bevel around the top corner of that. You don't do that at all?
I'm sorry.
Sometimes I see them kind of bevel around the top ridge. You don't do that at all?
I've never done it.
Okay.
Hold that for me, please. I've never done that. I don't know if anyone would do that.
And I don't know why they do it, so.
Okay, let's try again. This is a tiny little sign now, so let's see what we do. I'm pressing really hard because this is really.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to do, which I'm not sure makes any difference, but oh, that one's looking great. Let's scrape the sign a little. Let's scrape the cambium side of the thing.
Which side? Both sides?
Good one. Just I kind of do like this, expose a little bit of the sign. I'm not sure that that's really necessary. That one there pretty good too.
Make that look so easy.
Well, it is easy. It is easy. Yeah. This is not rocket science for sure.
Yeah.
This is good fun stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So can you graft an Asian persimmon onto American stock?
That's what we're doing right now. There's the true Fuyu is not compatible on the lotus rootstock, which is what they normally use commercially. Rarely do they ever use the Diosporus khaki rootstock because it's kind of slow growing. Lotus rootstock grows really rapidly and is very easy to propagate. So there we go. This one may be a little wide. All right, now let's wrap it.
Okay.
So David, when you're making your vertical slices, are you trying to make them as narrow as the sign itself?
Yeah, I want to try to make a tight fit. This one is a little wide,
Okay.
but you're going to still have cambium contact on the bottom, sides, and so forth. Now this is just kind of to get everything started. This is, I'm not going, if this was a smaller graft, this would be all I would use for tying it. But we got to seal it too, remember?
Yeah.
So what do I usually use to seal things?
Paraffin.
Paraffin.
Paraffin. Where's my paraffin? In my shirt pocket, where it's warm. Okay. Everybody knows that. They've done enough of my clinics now. They know all that.
So would you normally wrap the sign first and parafilm before you?
I do not,
You
Richard. I have done that a few times, but I just rather do it this way.
Okay.
And
For such a big wrap, you still start with a square, a 2-inch square.
yeah, this is why.
So that's one. You're gonna use two of them. Oh, no, two should.
I may use 4 or 5.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is, you just want to make sure you get it well sealed
Okay.
and with something this big, you want to make sure that you watch it periodically and make sure that you're not needing to add more later. Okay, now let's wrap the signs.
I've seen people use wax on these top grafts.
Pardon?
I've seen people use wax.
Oh, well, wax is that's what they use for years.
Oh, yeah.
Started off with cow poop, and then it went to wax, and and use asphalt emulsions, Dr. Falwell's grafting goop. All those things can be used, but why use something that gets all over you and your tools and is no more effective and maybe less effective than what we're doing?
Dude, I have a question related to this. Some of the grafts that I did were quite a bit thicker, and I was using wax. And because it's so challenging to work with, I didn't cover the entire thing, but just kind of like globbed it heavily
Yeah.
around there, and then there was like blank.
Did you leave this
Or-
open?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Did it work?
Yeah, I reportedly,
Okay,
I haven't
right.
come back to see the graphs that the guy said
Well,
they took.
You've got sapwood here and you've got heartwood here. And I don't know how much sapwood is. I can't tell the difference in that persimmon. But
What's the
In
risk
fact,
of
there's-
leaving
there's-
some of the heartwood without being, what's the risk of leaving some of the heartwood without a sealant?
Probably none, but the sapwood, that's where all your stuff's gonna go, you know. That's where your, is it phloem that comes up or phloem that goes, I can't remember which one goes up.
Phloem goes down.
Phloem goes down, phloem goes up, but whatever, you know, that's gonna happen. So, anyway,
It'll take a long time for the cambium to grow over and heal the original cut. I mean, that's years and years and years. You know,
Okay.
anyway, it takes
like
me
you
a
look
while
at
to
these
do
cuts
this. And,
that were made years ago, they're just gradually growing over.
So you're just losing energy from the tree out of the.
Well, the danger is you get rot in there, and then you, like on these apple trees, they're hollow inside from the wood rotted, but the cambium and the outside bark is what's holding the tree up.
Okay.
And it's just wood in the middle. I mean, it's dead. It's just
Yeah.
sort of,
Right.
so that's why your heart usually rots first, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it could take
So it's
10 years for that to.
to seal the whole thing is to protect the stalk. The scion will not dry out as long as it's.
Well,
Seal.
if you seal the whole thing, you're just trying to prevent water from getting into the wood, and over years and years, it would cause some internal rot of the wood, but it wouldn't affect the cambium.
Okay.
The parafilm is protecting the cambium. You're just trying to protect the supportive wood in the middle from rotting in the next 10 years or
Okay.
however long it takes.
So maybe it would even be worth going back and putting it on.
Well, it'll take years to heal a cut that big.
Yeah.
I mean, see, there's some cuts that David made here, and you can see where the wood is, and the bark is gradually closing it up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a long time.
As you know, those buds will grow right through this. But I noticed that my first layer of parafilm didn't hold very well, so I've got to put some more there too.
Yeah, it's amazing how strong the parafilm is, and yet those buds just bust right
Bust
through
right
it.
through it, yeah. That's a,
Even multiple layers they'll go through, right? Multiple layers will still push
yeah,
through.
yeah, those are pretty.
And wrapping the whole scion, does that just help it get warmed up quicker and get going, or?
Keep it from desiccating, keep it from drying out. In the southeast, when we did the pecan grass I was telling you about, we did this. We didn't have parafilm in those days, at least I didn't know about it. And so what we did was we would take a paper, or first we took a little plastic bag over here and tie it in with plant tie. And then we would put a paper bag over the plastics to keep it from heating too much. And then on the north side of the thing, we would open a little window over here so we could peek in and watch when it starts growing. When the growth was out about that far, then we'd open the plastic and let it start breathing a little bit. And eventually the scions would grow right on through the opening. Yeah, but it was a laborious process, much more so than this.
I always thought all you had to seal was like the cut surfaces.
Well, I think, and so for persimmons, they tend to do the same thing. They tend to dry out too early. So I try to do that. Parafilm is so warm now. It's hard to do.
Plus, you got all these eyes watching you.
It always takes 10 times longer when you have people watching. No doubt about it. But see, I'm pressing it down real tightly around.
Yeah.
Beautiful day today, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Nice.
gosh.
Sure it is.
So David, if you've got these three
Yeah, it's about this
scions
time.
on here
Yeah.
and they all start growing, when do you come back and edit two out? Or
Yeah.
It may be a few years before I do that.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take a while for this to heal over.
He makes
And
the
once it pretty well heals over, then I'll start taking those off.
but if these are growing out, let's say the first year, do you prune them back at all?
Oh yeah, I would probably keep these down and let this one grow. Yeah. If I can do a better job this time.
David, when those prunus trees get that really thick furrowed bark, like this plum over here, is that beyond the ability to bark graft it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the one that I just cut off yesterday at the top, if it wasn't dead, which it was, that would probably be okay to bark graft right there.
The bark's all thinner there.
Yeah, but the rest of it, yeah. And that's an old, started off as a apricot tree years ago on a peach root stock. And that eventually died, and so then I grafted some other stuff on it, and they've not done well except for that one plum that's still there. Which is, does anybody grow Cerezo di Primavera? Anybody? It's a really, really beautiful early plum. So taste. Yeah. But it's early, you know, and it is so pretty. You know, it really is pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this over here. Okay, now I'm more satisfied with that. Oh, there's another little place that needs to move. Okay.
At what point do you put the supports on?
Hmm?
At what point do you put the supports on?
Oh, after it starts growing.
Yeah.
Once I'm sure that it's taken and growing well. It would require a fair amount of growth before it will grow out. Okay. So that first little piece of paraffin was pretty thin, Eric, so it's kind of split a little bit. So. And the nice thing about paraffin, it adheres to itself really beautifully and works.
Yeah, it's a miracle
really well.
material.
Pardon?
It's a miracle material.
It really is great.
What is it made out of? Like wax paper?
I don't know.
Wax?
I don't know what it's made out of, but it seems kind of waxy, but you know, it sure is. Okay, now we've got it partially tied and we've got it sealed, but this is a weak graft and I want to make it even stronger. Okay, so if you read the handout that I sent, linerless rubber splicing tape right here. Okay. I also got this one the other day. It's supposedly also good. This is 22.42, and it's about a third of the price. So we're going to try this one too. But I know this one works. It stretches nicely.
Does it stick to itself?
It's right. It's not adhesive, but it does stick to itself. And you don't have to remove it. You remember one of my criteria of materials that I use is I don't have to remove it.
Remember all the trees you have to that you've done.
And just as the tree grows, it will just fall off.
It may fall off,
Deteriorates.
but it doesn't. Well, you'll see us still over
still
there.
some left.
It's on- So okay. So this is the other one, and we haven't put a label on it, but I can do that later because I know this is what it is. Now, if you want me to, we'll do one quick graft over here just to show you on the smaller scale. Okay, take that one, throw that one away. Okay, so this is about the size. I like to have about this size to do.
And this is a lotus, you say?
This is Diospis lotus, which is the,
Lotus
it's called, is it date persimmon? Is that what they call it? I can't remember.
because really tiny, like your finger. Fingernail size fruit,
Real
right?
small, real small.
Right, the
Little,
birds love them.
yeah. So I'm guessing that this one is slipping. I didn't check it to see. John, you got that sign?
Yeah.
It's this big khaki sign here. Like I say, this is off of one of those grafts. This is an American persimmon. And I really don't care if it grows or not. I just needed something to show you. I didn't have any other signs. So now, on this one, we're kind of lucky because we got a flat space over here. You come look at the top of the sign. There's a little flat space there, so we'll graft it there. But let me show you something.
You're not gonna graft down below this one on top?
Pardon?
Just the graft the one on top, not the lower one? You get it?
Yeah, I just cut that off to get it out of the way.
Just get out of the way. Okay.
I'm gonna grab this one here. Let me show you something.
Can you use green wood?
Huh?
Can you use green wood to bark graft?
Not very well. You can do green bud grafting, but it's a little harder.
It's better to T-bud it?
Hmm?
Better to T-bud it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
T-bud it or chip bud it
Yeah.
in the summertime. You can use green wood to chip bud.
It's just too young.
Okay, so if I put this flat sign against this thing, it does pretty well, but there's still a little bit of gap there on the side. But I've got this nice flat space here, so we're going to do it there.
Can you choose the scion that's the hardiest or the biggest, or how do you choose amongst several scions to use?
Good buds, pencil size is the best. The middle third of 1 year growth is usually the best. Not the very terminal, not the very base.
Mhm.
That's just the general thing.
Okay.
So let's use this bigger scion, and let's do the same thing again. One nice long cut down. Put this against the thing. Another cut down. Nice slanting cut. Ooh, that's a nice one. Okay. You want a long cut and you want it nice and flat. That's the major things. And then we're going to do the little cut on the other side, like that. Scrape just a tiny bit there. May not be necessary. I never read that anywhere. I just thought it might be a good idea. That one may not stay in place because it's a big sign.
And because of the size of the stalk, you're only putting one scion on?
Yeah, I just do one of this one. What is your bark to deal with? Pull it tightly, very tightly.
So this is more or less the smallest stock you would want to do at bark.
Yeah, this is what I would normally want to do. I got a bud there. I'm gonna leave that bud kind of exposed a little bit. And then with this one, I'm gonna do most of my seedling with my tape here. Make sure you press it really well so it sticks to itself nicely. Okay, now there goes the parafilm. I think I'm out. Let me get some fresh parafilm.
If you already cut the trunk the year before and did a graft that didn't take,
What, Lena?
if I cut one last year and did a graft that didn't take, could I cut it again to use it again? Or
Is it growing? Still growing okay?
Is it growing okay? Yeah, no.
No, if it's not growing, don't.
Then don't use it.
It probably won't, if it's not growing, it probably won't slip.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody needs parafilm now, let me know because we've got plenty. And I had the chapter buys a roll to give away, so if anybody wants some, take enough to do
I'll
10
take a
grafts.
few from them.
This one I'm just going to start my thing right there.
So you already covered the top with the freezer tape, so you don't need to put paraffin on top of it.
No, you don't have to. My mentor who taught me how to graft was T.O. Warren, the Warren Parafame guy. T.O. didn't use anything but old-fashioned masking tape. He didn't use any waxes. He didn't use anything. He just sealed it just like that. And that was it. I'm not going to wrap the rest of it because I don't really want it to take. I just wanted to demonstrate that. Okay. Now we could go ahead and put some of the splicing tape around there too, or I could have used this around this thing instead of splicing tape. This works really well.
Now you
on
have
a
to
small
take off.
graft like this, I normally would use this size if I want to. If I want to wrap it. But I don't really think it's necessary, but I think this is all you really need for a small graft. But if you want an extra layer of protection, you can wrap it again with something stronger.
That polyethylene film you have to take off though, right?
With this size stock, you don't have to worry about it so much because these, you can't constrict this.
Okay.
It really will. You know, I'll leave them a couple of years sometime. In fact, I think I just took it off this one. That was done in 23. I just took the tape off the day before yesterday.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, so any questions so far? All said. 100% from now on, right? Okay, Brad. You got to report back now. Okay. So let's, if you would like, we can look around and see some of the things that I've done. So, let's just.
Well, say, Dave,